everyone, for staying with us on the program. Interesting scenario playing out in Bayelsa APC. Well, the APC there has now suspended the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Lokpobiri, and the party's 2019 governorship candidate in Bayelsa State, Mr. David Lyon, for alleged anti-party activities. The suspension extends to the State Commissioner for Power, Karim Kumoko, and Commissioner for Lands and Survey, Perez Bewari, and the former APC State Chairman, Mr. Jothan Amos, an ex-official member of the National Executive Council, God bless Diriwari, and Southern Ijaw APC youth leader, Sabi Morgan. Where party stakeholder and APC chairman were 3 Southern Ijaw, Umebi Fuebi, including all ward executive members, as well as the APC Ward 4 Southern Ijaw, Mr. Claudius Odobu, and all the ward executive members were all suspended by the party. At a briefing to journalists separately earlier today in the capital, which is Yenagua, the chairman of the APC in Ekeremo local government area, Mr. Mitim Enyekanemi, flanked by the local government executive members, handed Mr. Lokpobiri and Kumoko indefinite suspension. Let me allow you to listen to some of the soundbite of what happened earlier today in Yenagua.
It is on record that from the day he was appointed as minister, he has been fighting the party in Bayelsa State and has refused to make peace. It is on this note that we, the undersigned executive of the Keremo local government area, APC, hereby suspend Enikin Lokpobiri and Engineer Karim Kumuku indefinitely.
As it stands now, Bayelsa State does not have valid ESCO from the state to the world level. And so I don't know if they are not aware, which the person that purported to be the chairman of Ekrema was in court also that day, and so is fully aware of the actual or current situation of the party in Bayelsa. So you can't put something on nothing, and therefore there is no suspension. In the eye of the law, this guy does not exist. So for me, it's not something to be worried about because Bayelsa does not have valid ESCO.
Heard all of what has happened and transpired today. So I'm being joined on the program by Chief Easy Yakia, who is a member of the APC in Bayelsa State, and Mr. Marlin Daniel, former APC State Secretary in Bayelsa. Thanks so much, gentlemen, for coming tonight.
Thank you, Chief.
There are those who say that this is predominantly a battle about the leadership of the APC in Bayelsa State. And you can take it back to 2019 when David Lyon emerged as a candidate of the party. Unfortunate, on the eve of his assumption of office, the court removed him from being the governor of Bayelsa. So since then, there's been a tussle on who becomes the leader, or who is the real leader of the APC in Bayelsa State. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Let me begin with you.
Thank you very much. The issues with respect to leadership of Bayelsa APC is not in contention because the party has a constitution, and the constitution of the party is very clear. In a state where there's a sitting governor, the sitting governor is the leader of the party. In a state where there's a former governor, the former governor is the leader of the party. And we all know very well that Bayelsa State APC has a former governor who was a former minister, who has been a former assembly member, His Excellency Chief Whip Receiver, who have led the party through all this while. He was a foundation member of the party. He's been through thick and time, ensuring that the party is stable. He was able to drag the party to a point where in 2019, like you said, the party won the governorship seats. And if not for that Supreme Court unfortunate judgment, the rest would have been history. But the truth of the matter is that it's so funny when you see persons who begin to look at politics of stomach infrastructure and begin to forget the cardinal issues of political ideology. In politics, we should try to put ideology forward so we can be able to look at the next generation.
So your own idea, Mr. Easy, is the fact that Timi Presiva is the leader of APC in Bayelsa State.
He remains the leader of the party, the substantive leader, who has done so much to build that party and brings everybody together. All the persons you have mentioned, name it, from the foundation of Bayelsa to today, have passed through the political tutelage of His Excellency Chief Mipri Silva.
Who is the highest political office holder in Bayelsa today?
In the constitution of the party, like when the party wants to hold its national NEC meeting, the ministers are not invited to attend the executive NEC meeting of the party. Critical stakeholders, the ministers are not there. The former governor is a very substantive personality.
But the representative, as of now, of the party in the state at the national level
is His Excellency Chief Mipri Silva. He is the leader of the party.
And not Minister Lokpobiri.
Hey, Shehu, check your record. Check the constitution of the party. The constitution of the party is similar to the constitution of PDP. It's similar to every other constitution. The former governor remains leader. What if the minister is removed tomorrow from office? You think the next person will not become leader? Is that how they change leadership? Leadership is something that will be sustainable. It must have some depth.
So Lokpobiri is not the leader of the APC?
Lokpobiri himself knows he's not the leader. Because let me ask a critical question before you cut me short. In 2015, when His Excellency Chief Privilege, the leader of APC, nominated Henrik Lokpobiri to become the Minister for State Agriculture, why didn't he say he was the leader then? Then he was very loyal, he was very submissive. He accepted Chief Mipri Silva as the leader of the party. Then he was a minister, though a Minister for State Agriculture. Today he's still Minister for State Petroleum. 2015, we are very conversant with the facts. He accepted Silva as his leader. So what had changed between 2015 and 2023? You see, sometimes we should
Is it not the same division that made your party lose the election? And there are those who are established that worked against your party, that Mipri Silva could not even get as much of the vote for him to win the election.
No,
is that what happened?
No. You are aware of that election, though the Supreme Court had made this affirmation. But in that election, you saw where election results were correlated at the State Coalition Center instead of the units and the wards where they were supposed to be correlated normally. That is the same case where Edo is crying today. In politics, when you shoot yourself on the foot, you begin to wonder. In that last election, we saw that there was a lot of traitors, and we cannot go into an election with traitors. Rather, it's better to go in with few soldiers who are humble, who are submissive, who are loyal to the party. That is why the last election, a lot of traitors were there, and they worked against the party from within the party. That is why this suspension is very, very germane, it's very fundamental, and it's very important.
So Lokpobiri and Lion stand suspended. Is that your position?
That is the true position as of today.
Just a moment.
Because let me remind you.
Just a moment. Let me allow Mr. Merlin Daniel to come in. So, is it true that Lokpobiri is not the leader of the APC in Bayelsa State?
Well, Shehu, you know, it's obvious.
And I'm asking you because a lot of people watching now, you have a capacity as a former state secretary.
A pioneer state secretary.
So
the person
you should know.
The person who hosted the flag, the APC flag in Bayelsa, I did it. There's no contention. I worked for that party. Who is the leader
of the APC in Bayelsa?
Is Henrik Lokpobiri as he stands now.
What about Mipri Silva?
Mipri Silva was. He was.
In what capacity?
Can you be a leader and stop being a leader?
Of course, it's politics. It's politics. I was the leader of my local government, being the founder of the party in my local government. Today, I'm not the leader. The person that is, in fact, the purported chairman of this purported state chairman was somebody I brought into the party.
Why is it difficult for your group to accept Mipri Silva as a leader of the APC in Bayelsa?
I am not a member of any group. I am talking as a builder, one of the builders of APC in Bayelsa. In fact, we were 3 persons that built that party in Bayelsa. Not even Silva. Silva was in Abuja. Silva went to Bayelsa for the first time since APC was formed. For the first time, the day Buhari was going for his campaign. For the first time, a night to that day, we built the party. Myself, the party chairman then, the deputy party chairman, and a few others, one Barrister Perez Perotus, and a few others. We were only coming to report to Silva here. We did the work in Bayelsa. So I have every authority to talk on this matter.
You are disowning Mipri Silva by his conduct, not by his status.
No, not by his conduct.
You heard what Mr. Izzy explained.
Not by his conduct.
That by the virtue of the fact that he still stands as the last surviving APC governor in APC. That makes him the substantive leader and the face of the APC in Bayelsa. Do you disagree?
No, I disagree completely. Today, if anything is happening in that state, It is the minister that will be called upon. And there is no time a minister will not be as far as the federal government exists. At every point in time, there must be a minister from the party. So as long as it is now, Silva has been the leader. As long as it is now, Lokpobiri is the leader. There's no dispute about it.
Is a minister a voting voice to the neck of the party?
Thank you.
The minister...
Oh, I mean, to the national convention of the party.
Voting.
Yeah.
Of course, they are special delegates.
But they are not voting.
They vote as special delegates.
It's part of the caucus of the party.
They vote as special delegates for any convention.
Because the last meeting that they were supposed to call off,
in fact,
last month, when the list of those invited for the national caucus meeting that normally takes place after the next meeting, if you go through that list, no minister from any state is involved.
You would have waited.
The problem with Nigeria is that the problem of our politics is that we mix politics and governance. Ministerial position is a governance structure. You see, in organized crimes, you don't mix politics and governance because you need to allow the political system to be able to grow into the next generation. But it's when we begin to drag in governance issues, ministerial position. What is the business of a minister and the leader? Excuse me.
Just for a moment.
Yeah.
I've not come to you,
okay.
sir. Is it the reason why some of you worked against Timi Silva?
Nobody worked against Silva. Nobody.
But what about this talk about the fact that there are those who actively, in the APC in Bayelsa State,
thank you,
worked against the failure?
Substantiate it.
Thank you.
Substantiate it.
You are the players
in
there.
fact, from the beginning, I addressed a press conference at the National Secretariat during the primaries. I told the party that if they don't choose David Lyon as a candidate, we are going to lose that election. And in fact, Shehu, let me tell you, the eyes have ears. Every Nigerian knew that it would have been a war. The day they gave ticket to Timi Silva, APC was celebrating. I mean, PDP was celebrating. They did a party in Government House, as we were told, because the election became easier for them to win.
How easy?
So, are you saying that Timi Silva at the time was not sellable?
At all.
He was not a candidate that could defeat Doyediri.
I'm telling you boldly. In fact, Silva knows.
How easy?
He knows.
How easy?
That he can't win that election. He knows.
Well, let me come quickly to Mr. Easy. It stands today, and I'd like to throw this to you so that you can see. There is a particular release that have come from APC in Ekeremo, Ward 10, Ekeremo LGA, and to the fact that the chairman of the APC in the Ekeremo local government area of Bayelsa State, Honorable Enye Kenemi, Senator Mitin, has been indefinitely suspended from the party, commencing from today, the 11th of October 2024. And the suspension of Enye Kenemi, Senator Mitin, is as a result of anti-party activities, factionalization, high-handedness, and abuse of office, which, according to them, is inimical to the reputation of the party. They want further to say the members of the general public are advised not to recognize or deal with Honorable Mitin Enekene as a member of the party until further notice. How do you react to that, Mr. Izzy?
Thank you very much. I'm glad the constitution is of the parties by you. This latest letter you're reading now is an afterthought. And when you read through the lines and begin to look at the paragraphs, you see that it's a copy from the earlier suspension that was done on the early part of today.
Can the man who has been removed from office suspend?
That is the point. So how can you wake up?
No, they say that this it was in existence before he took that decision.
No. It's a recent letter that came up now. It's a recent letter that came up because the truth of the matter is that I'm a very sincere politician. Though I'm a private person, because I have a private address. I'm into real estate and global development. So at every point in time, I know what I'm talking about. The issues are that this letter now is an afterthought. The basic line is that you can see a minister of a federal republic who have been nominated to represent the states that did not go with the governorship candidate of the states in the November 11 election throughout the campaigns.
Was he invited?
Can you give me space, please? That did not go with the candidate of the party to campaign around the 8 local governments, the 24 constituency, and all the creeks, nooks, and crannies that we as party chieftains went through to campaign with the candidate.
Do you see a minister of a state that will be a minister that does not bother about the critical issues that affect the party, that rather thought about opening his private campaign, opening his private office, a parallel office, and you begin to fight the party? One bad aspect of Nigerian politicians is biting the finger that always feeds you.
You claim that he's fighting the party. How?
He's fighting the party because for you to go and open a parallel secretariat, for you to fractionalize the party, for you to hobnob with the government of the day, for you to
How is he doing that?
You have seen in several forums that he has gone on several meetings in government house to hold meetings where he declared himself as the leader of the party in the state. It's public notice. Look, Shehu, to me, I believe that politics should be after the next generation. But when we begin to see politicians who look at their stomach and begin to look at their family, their cronies, and begin to bring partisan interest into issues, to me it's not too fair. Because let me tell you one critical issue. Even when the president was campaigning for the 2023 presidential election, what was the role that the minister played? Which impact did he make? He was rather in Rivers State with the present minister, Yeso Wike, in Rivers State, before he was nominated. And Silva gave tacit approval for that nomination for ministerial position. Then you now, excuse me, then you now turn around.
Just a moment.
Then you now turn around
Just a moment.
to begin
Let
to
me
look
ask
at
you,
how. Yeah, thank you.
Can a world ESCO remove a minister at the national level? Do they have the capacity to?
Politics is local. And today, if you're a politician, Shehu, if there's any issue, you go back to your ward, you go back to your local government. Even the president, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, today, if he's called upon, he will leave Abuja and go to his place in Lagos to go and vie within the local environment. So politics is local. Right. You must first of all be suspended from your local area, because at the end of the day, that's why you vote. Right. So the suspension is substantive, and I endorse it tacitly, because that is the only way we can unite the party. That is the only way we can build the party. Because it's high time we begin to look at how to take the shots out of those persons that are brought back into
Mr. Daniel, how do you react to what he said?
You see, it's obvious that he doesn't know the happenings in the party from all that he has submitted. You see, the campaign, I was a member of the Tinubu campaign organization. Look at your constitution. Please. I was a member of the Tinubu campaign organization, South-South. And I know the effort David Lyon and Henneken Lokpobiri did in Tinubu campaign in Bayelsa. They virtually sponsored the movement. So we were going from one local government to the other. Why did they follow the candidate to campaign for the governorship election? David Lyon brought his money to do the work for Tinubu all through that period.
So Timothy Silva was nowhere to be found?
In fact, the secretariat, the campaign office Timothy Silva opened for Tinubu campaign was not open all through the campaign. I work in that secretariat now. The door was not open. I was working there now. Find out, ask people. I was working there. The door was not open until the day Tinubu was going to Bayelsa. Silva do not go to Bayelsa until that day. And immediately, in fact, the vice president was still at the airport, and Silva left the vice president and left Bayelsa. That's not true. You don't know. I was there. You don't know. You were not there. You were part of the convoy. You were not there. How can you say that? Can you tell me how can we come to national television to mix up issues concerning the presidency at the airport? How can we come to national television? Can you tell me the incident that happened to mix up issues relating to presidency? Tinubu, look the constitution. Please, Shehu, read the constitution. Who is the leader of the party in the state? As per the suspension, yes. Let me tell you, I'm a lawyer. And as long as that constitution is concerned, a local government executive cannot suspend a minister or any. In fact, the suspension. When a ward can suspend local state national chairman. You don't know. What do you mean by that? Learn, because you don't know. Learn what? I've been in politics for over 31 years. Suspension has to start from the ward. Suspension has to start from the ward to the local government.
What the senator and his ESCO did
is local government. And that is why you see the suspension of senator meeting is from his word. It's from his word. Because the local government chairman. Suspension has to start.
So Henneken Lokpobiri and David Lyon.
Henneken Lokpobiri, if anybody is suspending him, has to be from the ward. From the word.
So that suspension is invalid as far as you're concerned. What about the basis?
Wait.
Hold on. What about the basis?
Let me tell you another one. I'm coming. Just listen to me. Again, There is no ESCO as far as Bayelsa State is concerned.
How can you say this in public?
Bring my phone, I will show you the judgment.
How can you say this in
I
public?
will show you the judgment. There is a judgment. Bring my phone. There is a judgment. There is a judgment where when they are doing these primaries, one barrister, the guy that was addressing the press just now, he took the party to court. There was an injunction stopping the election. And they refused to honor that court injunction, and they went into election.
So there is no state executive of the party.
In fact, that is why.
Now. So with the national of the party be dealing with who now?
Let me tell you, that is why Tinubu primaries, no ESCO in Bayelsa voted. I was there. No ESCO in Bayelsa voted. But it was only the special delegates that voted because they dare vote. Somebody can use that to nullify the election. Tinubu primaries. No ESCO because the court has sacked them.
The court have not sacked them.
The judgment is there. Please, can you bring it?
Gentlemen,
the stay was withdrawn.
The
stay was withdrawn, and they abandoned the case.
Who abandoned the case? Why would the persecution abandon? Look at what he said. Listen to him now. Who abandoned the case?
Let me ask you.
His group.
You are the one persecuted. How will you say the
who persecute? Persecute what? Persecute what? They abandon because the judgment is there.
Let me ask you.
The judgment is there.
Who is the national of the party?
Gentlemen, can we please calm down? The basis upon which Heineken, Lokpobiri, and David Lyon were said to have been suspended. Can you talk about
anti-party?
Yes.
There was no anti-party anyway.
And some
there is no fact.
There
is no evidence.
There is
no fact.
Let me ask you. Is it true that Mr. Lokpobiri is being seen relating in some ways politically with the powers that be in the state who are of the PDP in Bayelsa State? Is it true or not?
Politically?
Yes.
No, never.
Let me give you.
There has been no
Are there members of the APC who are in Doye Diri's cabinet?
They have left APC long. Because, see, let me tell you something. The day Timipri Silva was given ticket, most of the, especially the Lion supporters, most of them left the party.
But why are they seeing some of you? Just remember, why are they seeing some of you as though you are working against the party in the state?
Thank you very much.
How?
Thank you very much.
How?
Thank you very much.
What has happened that we are working against?
Thank you very much. I'm happy you have the national television.
Anything voted for Silva?
Where?
Where? You don't know.
Anything that mobilized, excuse me, I work closely with the media. The current minister mobilized people in his community, Ekeremo local government mobilized people in his ward to work and vote against the party. They only gave him his unit just to protect him as the minister.
That is not true.
When you're on national television, say the truth.
That is not true.
So why, okay,
what is the evidence you have?
At what point could a minister not win his local government for the party?
What is the evidence you have?
Excuse me, at what point could a minister of a federal republic of Nigeria could not win his local government for his party? So on that basis, why can you still retain him as a minister? Then it doesn't have value.
Did Lokpobiri win his local government?
When you float
did he win or not? Did he win or not?
When you float a candidate that is not sellable.
No, that's not the issue.
Anakin cannot go and force people to vote for Silva.
But what you and some of your group
just was a rotten candidate.
Don't say that in public. That's the wrong language.
Why is it that some of you and your colleagues are said to have been involved in illegality? Because what has happened, the suspension of a minister by these elements in the party is being seen as illegality. Why?
It cannot be an illegality because the party is based on principles.
There's a court judgment. Can you give me my phone? Let me slot it out for you people to
see. Can you control him?
We need to, gentlemen.
Long before now.
Gentlemen, we need to close this. It does look like there are two personalities in all of this.
Yes.
And this is going to affect the bottom line. The people of Bayelsa State.
They are not bothered about the people.
The APC. And I'm talking, you are a supporter of Timipri Silva.
I'm a supporter of the
party.
Which party?
Excuse me.
How can your party move forward in all of this?
Did anything contest the election?
Did anything contest the election? How can your party go forward?
The only way the party can go forward is for the party to be united. And the only way the party to be united is for the party to shave out those internal traitors that are within the party and working against the party's interests. You can see them being suspended simultaneously. Because without being suspended...
How can the party go forward from here?
The party going forward is for the national to appoint a caretaker now.
Look at him.
because there is no ESCO.
The people that want to kill the party.
And we have been working towards that.
They don't have any stake, so
we have been
Thank you so much for sharing your views on this matter. That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimberly. I'll see you next time. God bless Nigeria.